So I have a really strong feeling that come this weekend, the market is going to be green. Now, this isn't a guarantee. This isn't financial advice or anything like that. And maybe you guys are feeling the same thing in the market as me, but this really feels a lot like a bear trap. It feels like right now, people are getting sucked into some of the bearishness in the market, and many people are going to get left behind. I'm Luckside. Welcome to the channel. If you guys are new or haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Hit that bell. Again, it's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. So just looking at ADA in general, we've obviously fallen below this trend that we had been setting since August 5th. We've fallen below this over the last few days. And right now, ADA is actually sitting very close to the bottom of its rainbow regression curve, looking basically for that bounce point. In fact, obviously, here's our descending trend that we were setting in terms of ADA. We're still broken out. We're still sitting on top of that. And it looks like right now, sometime this weekend, we may have the opportunity to take a little dip below our rainbow regression curve, test our trend line here before setting a bounce. Now, this isn't a guarantee. This doesn't mean that we're getting down to these ranges 100%, but if these trends that we're seeing throughout the week continue to be the same, where you're not just seeing this big overall push from the market, we may trickle down just a little bit. Now, what I will say is this. There are some very bullish signs in the market. BlackRock, obviously still in the buy, like I've talked about in several videos now. We know that whales are accumulating while prices at a discounted levels. So we're seeing a lot of the major players in the space, the ones that frankly have the long-term mindset when it comes to assets, that are buying BTC and holding, buying ADA and other assets and holding. They're kind of swooping in and basically preying on the negative sentiment that is here currently. While people are capitulating and unloading their positions, the bigger entities that typically facilitate floors for pumps are on the big buy. All right. Now, this isn't a guarantee that that trend will continue to be the same, but it's, I think, a very good indicator of what may come. And when I'm looking at ADA right now, it's 100% a trap. All right. We're sitting right on top of this strong support that we've been setting at 550 sats. We've talked about this exact thing before. ADA's now tested this a billion times. All right. It's more like 16 times over different days, but you guys get the point. ADA's now at that point where many times before, it's had a nice pop right out of here. Who knows how many days it'll consolidate at these ranges? Who knows if this trend continues to hold? But seeing as we have tested this now like 16 times, and every time we bounce, what do we think is coming here, right? Possibly a strong bounce in terms of ADA. And if we do confirm that, if we get this nice little push to the upside, don't be surprised if we test this 100-day moving average. But if we continue this trend here, higher high, higher high, higher high, possibly somewhere up in the 650 sat range. Now, this isn't a guarantee or anything like that. Nobody knows what's going to happen. But there's way too much bearishness in the market right now. And I'm sure you guys can feel that as well. I truly believe that right now we are on the verge of actually creating some short liquidations, right? So let me just, I should have had this pulled up, guys. BTC liquidation map. So we've seen a lot of this negative sentiment continue to pile on. We have seen this take place many times before, and typically it leads towards some people getting punished, okay? So right now we've basically fallen down to right here. We've fallen down to this low 61K range. We did have some of the these liquidations take place. This map is actually from about this time yesterday, and we fell onto some of these, and then we start working our way back up. The market makers, they tend to punish people for trying to get too cute in the market, for trying to play too many games. As long as long leverage doesn't fill in below here and try to create too much of a send or try to set too hard of a floor, then we're going to be in very good shape. So I think by this weekend, we'll have a better indication of what's coming. The signs are all there. All right. While the price is not moving right now, I think people need to remember one thing, and this is something I've said since the bear market cycle. The price is always the lagging metric. It's always the very last thing to move before we obviously start seeing a reflection of some of those indicators, some of those fundamentals. So I appreciate you guys as always. Again, if you guys have not checked out my indicator, there is a link in the description below. You can have a 7-day free trial on it. It's a great tool to use to identify some great buy zones, some sell zones, momentum in the charts. So feel free to check that out if you guys would like. But let me know your thoughts below. Are we right now in the midst of a bear trap? Catch you guys in the next one. Take care.